I now call upon Professor Kshanika Hirimburegama to present the welcome address.
Good morning. It is my pleasant duty to welcome the distinguished gathering. Reverend Sirs, in fact, Honorable Minister, the newly appointed Honorable Minister of Higher Education accepted our invitation and he was to come, but today in the morning he was called by His Excellency the President. He said if he's been released soon, he will grace this occasion at any time. So therefore, I also welcome our newly appointed Honorable Minister. We very warmly welcome His Excellency Ashok Kanta, High Commissioner of India. Your Excellency, we are very happy that you are willing to work. You are working with University of Colombo very closely. His Excellency Dr. Chow K. Chol, Ambassador to Republic of Korea. The University of Colombo, while welcoming Your Excellency, we also appreciate your assistance given to University of Colombo in giving opportunities for our undergraduates to be trained in Republic of Korea. Chairman Sir, Professor Gamini Samarnayaka, Chairman of the University Grants Commission, we very warmly welcome you also. We know that for any emergency, urgency, for University of Colombo, you are with us. The members of the University Grants Commission, the distinguished dignitaries from public and private sector, in fact, the council members of the University of Colombo, Mr. Kanageswaran, we also very warmly welcome you. The academics from the university system, the distinguished former Vice Chancellors, I could see Professor Savitri, Emeritus Professor Savitri Gunasekara, and the distinguished retired academics, including Professor Priyani Soisa, the invited guest speakers, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Colombo, I very warmly welcome you all. Even though it is not customary to welcome our own team, University of Colombo, it is with great pleasure that I welcome the Rector of the Sri Pali campus, the Deans, the Acting Registrar, the Bursa, Librarian, Heads of Departments, Senior Professors, Academics, and the research students. I also take this opportunity to thank them for working as a team and the organizing committee of the annual sessions for their genuine commitment. While welcoming, I also take this opportunity to thank the sponsors, especially the People's Bank, the ERC project, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Professor Colin Pieris, for their sponsorship given to the University of Colombo to make this event a success. Knowledge-based economy through higher education is very pertinent to the present day as we have entered a new era, regaining peace and harmony after 3 decades. It is now the responsibility of the academics to be directly involved in national development. If not, the potential we have to develop our motherland will remain a potential forever. It is with this great social responsibility in mind, the University of Colombo organized the annual symposium. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chancellor. It is my pleasure now to invite Professor Gamini Samarnayaka, Chairman of the UGC, to address this audience.
Good morning, everybody, and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank Vice Chancellor and organizing committee of this seminar inviting me here today. A university is a place where knowledge is created. One of the key activities that would contribute for the creation of knowledge is the process of research. Research is one of the cardinal responsibility of a university. Research, teaching, and national development. A knowledge economy is an economy that depends on the contribution of the knowledge workers in the various disciplines that they are specialized on. At present, we are going through transitional state in the Sri Lankan political and socio-economic scenario. The main conceptual design is the establishment of a knowledge economy. I am extremely happy that one of the premier universities in Sri Lanka, like the Colombo University, has engaged and focused its attention to the concept of promoting and facilitating the creation of prerequisite background and base for the creation of a knowledge economy. Thus, it is the duty of the universities and the research institution to promote, develop such caliber of human resources, although it will be costly to invest on such an exercise. Innovative approach should be adopted in supporting such a program. Thus, it is the challenge for the university to face this. Thank you very much.
I now invite the Dean of the Faculty of Arts to introduce His Excellency Dr. Choi Ki-chul.
Good morning to all of you, members of the head table, distinguished academics, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great privilege that I introduce His Excellency Dr. Choi Ki-chul, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea. He was appointed as the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka in May 2008. Dr. Choi Ki-chul, he has authored several books, some of which are Total Quality Leadership, Scientific Military Manpower Management, Acquisition Logistics Management, and has also translated into Korean language the book titled Lifting the Fog of War. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Ambassador Choi Ki-chul to deliver the inaugural address of the symposium. Thank you.
Good morning. Ayubowan. Wanakkam. 안녕하세요. Thanks to the Vice Chancellor for the kind invitation extended to me to deliver the inaugural address at the University of Colombo Research Symposium. Since the title of the symposium is Knowledge Economy and Higher Education, I'm very happy to have this wonderful opportunity to outline some of my thoughts about this title in the context of my own country. The Republic of Korea presents an interesting case study, having had rapid and sustained knowledge-led economic growth since the 1960s, resulting in GDP per capita increasing more than 11-fold. This makes the Korean case particularly interesting to analyze. I do hope that by today's presentation, you could gather a brief insight into Korea as a knowledge economy, its long evolutionary process, lessons learned and best practices, which offers invaluable policy lessons for other developing economies that are seeking to make a similar transition. By way of an introduction, I could state that in its modern history, Korea is known as the country to achieve miraculous economic progress in less than 4 decades. 30 years of war, Sri Lanka is poised to go down the path of peace, reconciliation, development, and economic progress. The development lessons from Korea can be of great use to Sri Lanka in this instance. Firstly, the government's role is very important in order to make proper policy incentives and more budget allocation to give more opportunity to educate, train in high technological areas such as engineering, ICT, computer science, etc. Secondly, more close, concrete, and systematic cooperation and the joint ventures between the government, private sectors, company, R&D institutions, universities, the higher education institute, supported by law, government, and parliament. I believe that Korea could overcome major challenges with unyielding spirit and a well-educated mentality with the support of its higher education institutions to achieve the present status and development. Now, the Sri Lanka is finally experiencing peace. Sri Lanka too could be equally committed to the development of the island in a similar spirit of dedication and commitment. Thank you for listening. Istuti. Nandri. Kamsahamnida.
Your Excellency, a small token of our appreciation for gracing this occasion. I now invite the Dean of the Faculty of Law to introduce His Excellency Ashok K. Kanda.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am glad and honored to introduce His Excellency, the High Commissioner of India for Sri Lanka, Mr. Ashok K. Kanda, to this distinguished and learned audience. His Excellency commenced representing his country in Sri Lanka from November 2009, 7 months ago. He has served in many capacities and in many countries, including, to name a few, the USA, China, Singapore, Hong Kong, Nepal, and Malaysia. I am glad to invite His Excellency to deliver the keynote address against the backdrop of knowledge economy and higher education. Your Excellency, sir.
First of all, I would like to thank Professor Kshanika Hirimburegama for inviting me to deliver the keynote address at this very important occasion when University of Colombo is organizing the Annual Research Symposium for the year 2010. For me, it's indeed a singular honor. And today, knowledge as a factor of production explains a substantial proportion of economic growth internationally. This has given rise to the concept of knowledge economy, which creates, disseminates, and uses knowledge to enhance economic growth and development. I have traveled in Sri Lanka in the last 6 months, and I have seen some of the technological achievements made by Sri Lanka in the ancient period. You have your strength in this area, and as a partnership, I believe, through establishing a symbiotic relationship between India and Sri Lanka, we can make education a core segment of India-Sri Lanka relations. I'll just come to that point. For one thing, all these new institutions which are coming up in India provide opportunities for Sri Lankan students to avail of quality education at affordable cost.